Oh my God, what can I say? Just so many great things are going on right now. I cannot even contain myself. If I could just tell y'all the truth, man, I am so excited about life right now. You know what I'm saying? I know everything that's falling apart around us. It seems like, people just losing their minds in our community. It seems like, even people that I'm talking to on a regular basis, I know a lot of you guys don't deal with a lot of people on a daily basis, so maybe you're not understanding what's really going on right now. But there are some major mental gaps and situations that's going on. Our world is in a tizzy right now. I know that for sure. Thanks. We got a couple people coming into the room. I would that you guys would come. I got something very profound to tell you, so I'm hoping you stay with me. I'm waiting for a few more people to get into the room. And I want to share today with you because I believe, I'm not sure if you saw my page on Sunday. I went and got rebaptized, and God has just been doing some things and speaking to me and showing me different things. And I believe that I have a prophetic word. Okay, let me just be honest with you. I have a prophetic word that I can share with my people if we would just open our ears and listen. You know, I've been reading my word a lot the last, I would say the last 6 months. And as I read my word and I look out into our world, I see the same things happening that were happening back in the times when our people were trying to flee out of Egypt. And even before that, when we got exiled to Babylonia, and folks just went crazy, you guys. And I wish that you guys would listen to me. This is very important message today. A lot of things are going on, but I have a prophetic word for you guys. I want to speak. I want to give you guys my word for the day. If you guys have not followed my word for the day, you can always find it on my page every morning. And it says today, March 14, 2023, in the midst of uncertainty and confusion in the world, you can be steady as a rock. You are not your environment. You belong to me, and I will provide stability and strength in otherwise precarious surroundings. I am your rock and your fortress. Put your trust in me. Psalms 18:2. The Lord is my rock and my fortress, my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my shield and my horn and my salvation and my stronghold. God is telling us what to do, but if you don't read God's word, you would not even have a clue. He has hidden what is going on right now in our world in his word. And the problem is that he knows that a lot of us are not going to read our word. So today I'm coming on to give you the word. The word is, we got to turn from our wicked ways, you guys. I'm telling you right now, you got to get your mind right. I'm seeing so much mental illness. I'm dealing with people that I've never looked at them in the way that I do. We are all suffering with these mental trauma that I believe that COVID has exasperated, and people being on lockdown for a month or going without their drugs or going with over drugging or whatever's going on. There's a lot going on in our community right now, and I'm sure you guys are trying to figure it out too. Why are the streets so dirty? Why are people dropping stuff? It's like people don't care about our community anymore. We're supposed to clean up, but we should not have so many mentally ill people in our community that they can just take trash bags and dump them anywhere that they want to dump them. We can't, people, there's cars in our city that's sitting down on with no tires on them on the street. They're all over the place right now. I mean, not just one place, all over the place. Come on, you guys, wake up. God is telling us something here, you guys. And that's what I wanted to come on today and just give you guys my word. But I also wanted to warn us, because something is really going down. I know you say to yourself every day, what's going on? Something is really going. And I know people going to check in and check out. There's some people who may hear me and they'll stick this in like a few people are doing right now. But I see people jumping in and jumping out. And those are the ones that can't handle the truth right now. They don't want to hear this. They are children of the devil. They're going to do what the devil tells them to do. They live for that. They don't want to hear nothing about what God can do. They talk like they do. And we talk about a lot of these as Christian folks that's up in the church. And you can't look at who's in the church. And you can't follow the example of the people that are in the church. Because a lot of those are devils too. And so we've been hurt in the church where people just playing and don't really believe in this. And I'm just telling y'all right now, I'm warning us that God is real and he is tired of all of this stuff that we not even, God is a second thought to most people right now. They're not thinking about God first. What would God want me to do? Where are we going to go with this? You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying to you guys is, man, we better get our priorities straight. The world is in a difficult place right now. I feel like I'm on fire right now. Our company is doing well. We've got a staff meeting tonight, which is going to be off the hook. But I wanted to just come on. I haven't been coming on very much because we do get a lot of people come and watch these, but they normally watch them after the fact. We were getting a lot of people watching us live. We were getting up to 10, 20 people in the room. Now, not so much. I've been on about 5 minutes, and I'm going to get out of here real quick. But I just came in to warn you. This is a warning to all of us, is that the world is changing. And I know you don't want to hear this. I don't necessarily want to say it, but I can tell you by the people I'm dealing with, we got banks crashing. We got several banks that are getting ready to go under. Don't. There's several banks that the government just took. Okay. And I believe that there's more coming. Okay. And our whole financial system is getting ready to change in a major, major way. And nobody really knows what to anticipate with that. But I'm just telling you guys so that you understand some major powers is on the way of trying to wreck the way we know life. So I believe the way we know life has already been wrecked. We'll never go back to days of yesterday when we used to, could leave your door open. You can go to the gas station and pump gas without somebody coming to hit you over your head. Before you get out of your car, you got to tuck your purse and put your wallet in your front purse. In these United States, indeed, that's happening right here in our neighborhoods. And that's because we've gotten anesthetized to God. We're mad. A lot of us are mad at God. We're mad at God. I know some of us are mad at God. I was mad, but you know what? I ain't mad enough to miss the boat, because that's what Satan wants us to do, is be mad. Why, God, did you do this? Why'd you take Big Mama and them? Why'd you do this? And these people died, and these people died, and blah, 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 blah. That's a part of the plan. That's a part of the plan, you guys. It's a part of the plan to get your focus off what's the most important thing, and that is the life after this one. Because this one, look, it's deteriorating. Life is deteriorating. Hey, Eric, thanks for coming through, man. I see you in there in the room. Thanks, man. Today, I'm on giving up. This is my new show, Let's Talk Tuesday. I haven't been doing shows lately because I've been in a place spiritually myself. Let's be real with you. I've been in some places mentally. I've been doing a lot of work on my mental, and to some extent, I really just didn't want to be in front of people in those times. And even now, I'm kind of like not really wanting to do this, but I was told to do this because this is very important. The world is changing, you guys. I know that you guys don't believe it. I see you, Dale. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate you, baby. But the world is changing, y'all. You can see it. The banks are failing. We've got, 3 or 4 banks have failing. They talking about Bank of America's about to fall. They got all this stuff going on. There are some mentally ill people that are running around these United States that are sick, that are making decisions for us, and we don't know it. Think about how you feel right now, because I know it's hard. Life is hard for all of us right now. We don't know where the food's going to come from. We don't know how we're going to pay our bills next month, and it's getting ready to get worse, you guys. The only way we're going to survive what's the next wave is you got to have a relationship with God, and that's what he told me. He gave me a warning some time ago. Look, you can't keep doing what you've been doing and expect to live the way you want to live, because the longer you choose to live that way, I'm going to let that type of lifestyle lead your life. But when you decide to turn your life over and just be at peace, and I can tell you today, right now, this moment, your brother is at peace with everything. I'm at peace. I am so worry-free. I'm not worried about nothing, because I know God is going to put me where I need to be, that He wants to sustain me, because He always has. And He's telling me even more so now. We got to have, where's our confidence? Who is your confidence in? Mine ain't in this world. If your confidence is in anything in this world that you see, you about to go through it, because this world is getting ready to change. And if you got people even changing, I'm gonna be straight with you. My father's changing, my brother, everybody is changing. because of their mental. This world and Satan is just tearing this world down. Now, if you guys didn't see yesterday, I know I'm on a spiritual one today, but I'm gonna always be on a spiritual because you can't separate that from the man. Okay, you can't expect them to come over here and talk about the things in this world when this world ain't gave me nothing. This world ain't did nothing but try to take me out. This world is always a black man. You know, I am the epitome of a black man out here working with his own stuff. And you think it's been easy for me to keep a business and keep a car and take care of 3 kids as a single father for the last 25 years? No, it has not been. It has been a work. We had to work, pray, eat, do all of that. And now my kids are grown. Now it's time for me to make an example for my grandbabies. If I'm out here acting a fool and my mental is all messed up and I'm the one that they're watching, how the hell are they going to have something if your grandkids are watching you and you all messed up? And some of us that's even in the church are messed up. We just won't tell the truth about it. We put on our clothes and come and do all that masquerade like everything is okay when it ain't. Okay, it's not okay right now. But it's going to be all right. Why is it going to be all right? Because of God. And guess what? It's no mystery. Your mama and your grandmama used to tell you, you better listen to God. Some of us don't hear. When's the last time you heard from God? Have you ever heard from God? If you ain't heard from God, you're missing something. And you need to turn around and go back and get it. Okay, because I ain't coming in here to play, and I don't care what nobody say, Kenny, blah, blah, blah. It is my duty to tell you. That's what I'm doing right now. This is my ministry right here. This has always been my ministry. Okay, right and wrong. The ministry of right and wrong. You do right by people. You don't take advantage of people. You don't steal. You don't kill. You don't destroy. That's all the word. You live it. I live that every day. But the word says March the 14th, 2023, while the room is full, in the midst of uncertainty and confusion in the world, you can be steady as a rock. You are not your environment. You belong to me, and I will provide stability and strength in otherwise precarious surroundings. I am your rock and your fortress. Put your trust in me. He says in Psalms 18:2, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom will I trust, my shield and my horn of my salvation, my stronghold. Look, you can't go to the gym and get that. You can't get that nowhere. The only place you're going to get help right now is God. Because the people you going to ask for help, they need help themselves. Because even I got therapists that I'm working with, and I can tell my therapist got problems like I got problems. And all she can do is tell me what she thinks she knows. But guess what? But when you go to the ultimate therapist, God, he'll give you peace. How do I know? Because right before the pandemic, I was thinking about this the other night. I got delivered. Right before I was suffering with anxiety, massive anxiety and depression. People say, Kenny, how do you do that? You all the stuff you be doing, swimming and climbing and flying, and I've been running a business for 27 years. I think we're at 28 now. We've been running the business for 28 years as a black man who's been beat, been robbed, been set up, been sued, been going through all that. How do you think? What happens after a certain period of time, you start expecting things to happen. You start anticipating things happen. And see, what God wants us to do is don't anticipate nothing. Okay, when they come in at me now, I'm standing strong. You can come if you want to. You can come take me out if you choose to. But I'm going to be standing right here. You want to tear me all the way down because I am not moving. We got to get steadfast, unmovable, abounding in the work of the Lord. Because if not, you're going to miss it. We're going to miss it. We're in our last days. And most of us are living in our latter days. He said our latter days are supposed to be our best days. So no matter what's going on, I expect that my latter days are supposed to be better than anything I've ever done in my life. That's what your word said. If your word is a lie, then let me know right now. But the only thing I got in my life that's the truth is God. He's the only one. Everybody else is subject to error. And this word speaks to you. It's speaking to me. He's telling me in the midst of your uncertainty, the confusion in the world, you can be steadfast as a rock. You are not your environment. You belong to me, and I will provide stability and strength in otherwise precarious surroundings. I am your rock and your fortress. Put your trust in me. Psalms 18:2. Look it up. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. My God, my strength, and whom I will trust, my shield and the horn, and my salvation, and my stronghold. Man, if you ain't working with God right now, you're suffering, you're going through it. Hey, right now is the time when you need to be running toward the church. I know some of us that's been outside of the Lord, we've been saved for 25 years, and you ain't did your first works over again. Maybe it's time to go do the first works over right now. Now, right now is probably the best, because it looks like this world is deteriorating right around us, and all we can do is sit up and look at, oh, look at them over there. Oh, look, oh, they killing them over there. Oh, they do. Hey, you dead? Hey, man, what's up? What's going on with them people killing each other? Y'all see all them people sleeping underneath the freeway? They sleeping in the bushes. They sleeping underneath the car. That's all we can say right now. And we ain't that far from being there ourselves. You better go. You better. God is a fixer. God is able. It ain't nobody else that can help you. Your mama can't help you. Your daddy can't help you. I can't help you. Your kids can't help you. The only person that can help you is God. And if you don't believe that God really is, that's where you need to start. Because you in for a long haul. Okay, it ain't no way that you're gonna get to go and have peace on the other side of this if you don't believe in God. He says it in his word, but most of us ain't read it. You know, I'm sure you guys have heard it before, because if you've lived long enough, you've heard everybody say that your peace comes from God, that you can live on the other side in heaven. You can go to heaven. There's a heaven and there's a hell, and those who qualify are going to go to heaven, and those that disqualify are going to go to hell. If you don't believe in that, I mean, I don't know if it's literal or figuratively, but I believe in some kind of way we're living in hell right now. There's some of us that's living in hell, and there's others that are living in heaven, because it don't matter about your surroundings. What it matters about is you. You will take control of yourself. And I'm taking control of myself. I'm not going to sit around here sad. I ain't going to sit around here worried about none of this crap. If I can't pay the bills, I'm not paying them. I call the people up and tell them, look, I'll have it for y'all next week. Okay, but I'm not going to lose no sleep over none of that, y'all, because we're getting ready to go through a major, major recession. Yeah, you guys kept hearing about banks are failing. When the banks start failing, it's time to wake up. You're not the only one failing. Everybody is going through it from top to bottom. Even Warren Buffett, he got millions of dollars, and I bet you he billions, but he done lost a few million in the last 6 months, or some millions. We ain't got them kind of millions. So what it is that when you lose a little bit, it seems like a lot. Your little bit is everybody's lot. So we all got a little bit. If you lose a little bit of anything right now, you're in trouble. And the only way you get through, and I don't know about y'all, but I can tell you, what was it, last month? I didn't close no deal since August, and I got down. I ain't had no food at the crib and what have you. I called my baby girl. She filled the house up with food. Then I'm like, you know what can I do? You know, we ain't got no food, ain't no money coming in, ain't no deals closing right now. What can we do? And my daughter said, Dad, call over there and get some of them food stamps. And I said, well, I don't qualify. She said, you do. You ain't made no money this month. I said, you know, you right. And she said, and I think about it, I didn't make no money last month either. So you right. I need some food in my house, and they giving away food. So I went over there and got the card. I did, and I bought food for my house last month, and I think they disqualified me this month because I don't know why, but you know, it helped me for a month. It bought me 280, actually, what was it, $360 worth of groceries in the last month. And praise be to God, I'm closing a couple deals now, so I'm good. But you know what? We all got our struggles. Even going to work every day and coming home with that check, and it don't go far enough. It don't buy all the stuff that we need. We have kids that are going to school hungry. You know, I didn't even know it all these months. The government been feeding everybody's kids by putting money on a card that they can go buy their own food every day. I didn't even know that. My grandkids, they had food cards where the government had given them cards at school where they can go and buy any kind of food that they want for the last year or two. Did you know that? I didn't even know that. And so then when I got a little short, and I hadn't made no money in several months, and I ain't had no groceries in my house, and my daughter and them, they was buying the groceries. She said, Dad, go get one of these cards. I'm like, how I'm gonna get the card? She said, just fill out the application. I say, okay, well, I'm gonna tell them the truth. They wouldn't ask me how much money I made. I can say I ain't made no money in 60 days. I ain't ashamed to tell nobody I hadn't made no money in 60 days. Hey, Dale, I see you, Eric Miller. I thank y'all for coming through. I'm just talking about life right now, man. Let me read this word. We got 9 people in the room with me. Let me read this to you so you guys can hear. It pertains to you. It says, March 14th, 2023. It says, in the midst of uncertainty and confusion in the world, you can be steady as a rock. You are not your environment. You belong to me, and I will provide stability and strength in otherwise precarious surroundings. I am your rock and your fortress. Put your trust in me. Psalms 18 and 2 says, the Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength in whom I will trust, my shield and my horn of my salvation, my stronghold. I know some folks just left because, I understand that you can't comprehend the word of God. And I know when the word of God goes forth, those who don't believe it, they will check right on out. And I'm okay with it. I see the people coming in and out, and this is a message that they need to hear, but they can't hear it because they don't have ears to hear. God says that in his word. Some people don't have ears to hear. They don't have eyes to see. They don't understand what's going on at all. Okay. There's mental illness running rampant around our here. What do you think? You lock people up for a whole year and they just gonna come out of it okay? It's going on everywhere. Even in some of you guys out there, I know you're thinking, man, my mental ain't as where it needs to be. I'm thinking crazy. Because guess what? When things are happening the way they are, you can't help it but expect the worst. We start expecting the worst. When you expect the worst, guess what you get? You get the worst. Some of us just need to just as simple as change your mind. You change your mind, you change your life. And they say that they're like that's a cliche, but it's not. Because whatever a mind think of, that's what you're gonna have. And unfortunately, we sitting there waiting for the next bomb to drop. And so therefore, it's like anything else. If I got ready to punch you in your face enough times and I kept punching you, and then all of a sudden, at some point, you're gonna duck. You're gonna do something. Well, the same thing. We getting punched by the world. We getting punched by the economy. We getting punched by people at the gas station. We getting pumped the stores where people walking in the stores and can walk out with the whole store. And then everybody know that there ain't no police around here. This is a lawless community. We living in the lawless days where there is no law. There ain't no speed limit on the street. When the last time you saw a car pulled over for some traffic violation? It ain't no more sunning them right now. We may never have that again, okay? Because how they going to deal with it? We're out of control. But guess what? It's an opportunity for us when the world is out of control, is to get in control. And how we do that is through the Lord Jesus Christ. I can't tell you no better than I can tell you. I'm not a fool that I would lie to you. God has changed my life in ways that you cannot even imagine. And it wasn't easy. It was hard. It's still hard. When God is changing things in you, he makes it rough. He gets crazy. And then he want to see if you're going to blame him. You're going to blame him for what you're going through? Or you just going to say, oh, God, you got to shut your mouth and take it and know that there's going to be a better day. God has a reason for everything. Everything. And right now, we're just talking about ourselves. Just so you could be better. God will put stuff and let stuff happen to you. And you're like, wow, why is this all happening? And then, think back in your life when something happened 25 years ago and it was for your best and you ended up on the right side of it. You've got experience. Some of us got experience with God doing the right thing by us. But then we get to a point where we get so busy getting hit that you start ducking before you even get hit. We getting hit and you starting to duck and you ain't even threw no punches yet. No, stand still and take control of yourself. That's what we got to do right now. Get our mental together. That's the thing, not your physical, your mental. We so busy worried about our physical, but we forget about our mental. You got to get your mind right. Because if you don't, you're going to succumb to just all of the stuff that's going on. And trust me, I'm speaking to me too, because I was like, wow, my mind, I've been tripping some days. But praise be to God, when I start tripping now, I'll be right in there in that word. I'll go read that word, and that word settles me down. That's smart. I don't have to go get a hit. I ain't got to go get a drink. I ain't got to go get nothing. I go in and I just read that word, and that word comes forth, and it just gives me that peace that passes all understanding. And then I can go to sleep. I tell y'all something that y'all don't want to hear, but if I told you, somebody might come and try. But I don't even lock my doors. I don't care. Y'all come and you want to run up in here, I bet you God will do something for you. I guess he will. I ain't scared of none of y'all. Ain't no devil in hell gonna do nothing to me. And if you do, all you doing is giving me a quick way to go be with my Father. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You want to give me a quick route to my father, and I got to quit dealing with these dirty streets and these crazy people around here, up around here killing people. I went to the gas station over here a minute ago, and there's like 30 niggas hanging around the gas station. I'm like, what these niggas over here trying to do? Man, I guess I looked like I was gonna pull out a pistol because I dared the nigga to come over here and bother me, pistol or not, because I really could care less. But I saw that they was just over there watching everything moving in the gas station. Y'all need to watch going to get gas. You need to watch going to get fast food. You need to watch going to the ATMs. Have you heard about all the stuff that's going on at ATMs now? Come on, y'all. The world is changing. We better get right. And it says March 14, 2023, in the midst of uncertainty and confusion in the world, you can be steady as a rock. You are not your environment. You belong to me. And I will provide stability and strength in otherwise precarious surroundings. I am your rock and your fortress. Put your trust in me. Psalms 18:2, it says, my strength in whom I will trust, my strength, my shield, and my horn of my salvation, my stronghold. You can't make it through this, what we getting ready to go through. You ain't gonna be able to make it through it if you ain't got God on your side. And I can tell you, if I didn't have God on my side, I would not even be able to bring this message to you today. But I remember when I wasn't well, and I remember when my mental was all messed up, and I remember when I had the can't help it, and I couldn't stop this, or couldn't stop that, things that I just knew weren't good for me. But at the same token, and they're all called addictions, you know, where it can be addicted to anything, but anything that takes over your life is something that you want to try to beat. And how you not try to beat it, you want to beat it. And so I had to beat it. I had to beat anything that controls me. I had to beat it, you know. And so I overcame cigarettes. I overcame drugs. I overcame alcohol. I've overcome some bad relationships that I didn't recognize were bad when I was in them. And I mean, because I was so out of my mind during those times that I was in bad relationships and didn't know they were bad until 5 years after it was over. Okay, that's the sickness. Some of us are going through the same thing, and our babies are going through it. We need to shake it off because there are people watching us that they're only going to get something from you. They're not going to get it from school. They're not going to get it from nobody else. They're going to get it from one of these 7 people in the room with me right now. Because you know this word right here is going to hit you March 14, 2023. In the midst of uncertainty and confusion in the world, you can be steady as a rock. You are not your environment. 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 You belong to me, and I will provide stability. I will provide stability. I will provide stability and strength in otherwise precarious surroundings. I am your rock and your fortress. Put your trust in me. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength in whom I would trust, your shield, and the horn of my salvation, my strength, my stronghold. Man, I know somebody need to hear that word today just to remind you that you're okay. It's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? We got some more ways to go, but right now, turn to the Lord. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Then he said everything else will be added. And we got so many things that are ahead of where God is. And look, I reappropriated my life on Sunday. In fact, I went and got baptized because I needed to I needed to wash the corona off of me. I needed to wash the world off of me. I needed to wash that. I needed to go under the water now that I know something. Because I know something about that word now, and I need that word to work. And we ain't got no time for to be trying to figure out if it worked. Now I believe the word, and it's gotta work. If it don't work, I ain't gonna make it. And if I ain't gonna make it, there's nowhere else to turn. Where else you gonna turn in times like these? And if God can't do what he say he gonna do, then we ain't got nobody else to ask. We're done. But if God is for real and you ask him to do what he do and he does it, where you gonna go? We can't hide. The corona will get you anywhere. Okay? That corona could still come back. It ain't over, y'all. Trust and believe. You think the corona is over? If the corona is over when God says the corona is over. Okay, peace and blessings to you guys. You guys can see if you guys scan this right here. See the scan this. You can take your phone. I'm not good at this, but I use it today. That'll take you to our brand new website. We have a beautiful brand new website that we just procured on last week. It is an excellent website. Man, you can do so many things on that website. Find properties. You can set up set up tickets where they can send you stuff. You can get rentals on that site. I get a lot of folks calling me about rentals that they want to find a rental. You can now go to my site, sessionrealestate.net, and you can, or you can scan this, scan the code right here, and it'll take you straight to my website. Won't you go down there and register so I know that you were here with me today, and so we can communicate with you. If you're interested in buying or selling it, but not even you. If you've got relatives, you got a cousin, an uncle, a father, a friend, someone whose kids are babysitting with your kids, or you got grandkids, nieces and nephews, and they're struggling with real estate. I would be so honored if you would give them my number and let me see if I can help them. That's what I'm here to do. Is I'm here to help people with their real estate issues, and I know that that's one of the biggest investments that any of us could make. And we need someone who cares that will help you. I will help. I am a real estate American. I am in business to make money, but I'm in business to help my people. So if I can do that, you guys hold my number right there, hand the number to somebody, tell them to call, or even scan the code here and get my website, and you register to the website, and so that you will be getting updates from me automatically. We have a great website with all those stuff that come, and they hooked the brother up this time. No, I'm just gonna tell you, they hooked me up. Go do it and watch and see what my website starts doing. It has artificial intelligence on there, so it's reading your mind. My website is supposed to read your mind while you own it, and then start giving you what it is that your mind thinks that it wants. And so, man, we have artificial intelligence on our website at work. And I've been playing with that thing. In fact, I'm about to get off and go play some more. When you get a brand new toy, you just want to keep playing and playing because you learn new things as you go along. Well, that's what's happening right now with our new website at sessionrealestate.net. Please go there and visit the site. We've got a lot of stuff on there, a lot of information, home evaluations. You can get there. If you live somewhere, you can go put your address in, and we'll give you an evaluation. It will be a computerized evaluation. But what we do is that once we get all those evaluations, I normally look at them, and then I will make some adjustments based on the current market, because the online evaluations are not right. Okay. So, but if I see someone that's asking for an evaluation of their property, it does come to me as a highlight. I will look at that property and I will respond to you with Kenny based on what it says on that report, because the report is being generated automatically through our website, through algorithms and all of the things. We got to play with it where they playing. And I want to play with this artificial intelligence. Somebody was asking me, Kenny, did you write that book with artificial intelligence? And all I could do is just laugh. It don't matter. It doesn't really matter how I wrote the book that I wrote. Also, you guys that have not gotten my book, let me see if I can put a link of that right here for you guys. You guys go and get my book. My book is off the hook, y'all. This is my first endeavor into writing. I know people have said to themselves, I want to write. I want to be a writer. I've been thinking about this for years. I got so many books in me. And guess what? I wrote this one, and now I'm about 3/4 of the way finished with the next one, because I enjoy writing. I enjoy this. I enjoy the way we're going about doing it. Put it that way. I've got a great team of writers that are working with me, just so you know. I'll be honest with you guys. I do have some writers that are working with me on these books, but they're my books. They're my ideas. They're my words. I'm gonna put you one of the, let's see, that's not what I'm doing. Let me see. I'm supposed to generate a book. Something is okay. Well, if you guys go to my Facebook page, you'll see it. It's posted to the top. My new book. It's called My Secret Wealth of Information for Any Seller. That book is out now. The second book that I have that's coming out, because I know what's getting ready to happen, it's called The Compassionate Guide to Avoiding Foreclosure. You guys know my nickname is Foreclosure, Foreclosure, but I'm named. That's my nickname because I'm a specialist in foreclosed properties, helping you save foreclosed properties, selling foreclosed properties, working with banks in foreclosed properties. And I've written a book that it's not out yet. That one ain't ready to release yet. But we're getting close. We're also going to be having some webinars coming up very soon on how to prevent foreclosure. I've got that in the works. We will be advertising that probably later in the week. We've got those coming. We really want to get that out there so the information can get to our people of what do you do now that the world is crashing and I haven't paid my mortgage and I just need to know what's going on and where you can turn. I want you guys to be able to turn to me for valuable, valid information about what's happening. With the banks that are crashing and what have you right now, we are just seeing the beginning of it, y'all. The government is not telling us, like Trump. We had Trump. One thing I liked about Trump is Trump told us everything that was going on. All you had to do is watch him, and sooner or later he would tell you what was going on. Because guess what? We could have had the corona, and nobody even told us. But we had Trump during the corona, and I think that was a blessing or a curse, whatever you say. But there are things going on right now in our government that no one is telling us because they don't want to create mass hysteria. If they let it get out, and I'm just telling you, you got still got 4 or 5 people here with me. But go take a look at the book. I don't know why I didn't get the link. I'm going to put the link on top of this somewhere to the book so you can easily order you a copy of it. Generate the digital book links. It's supposed to be the links. Please wait up to 60 seconds. It's trying to. I've got a digital book too. I actually have. Where's the hard copy? Kenny, you just got a new book. Hang on, y'all. Let me show y'all. I just got a box in today with new books in it. They just sent me another. Man, I am so grateful to God. In the middle of all of this, I still have written a book. There it is. It's actually there. There's a wealth of information for any seller. I was told to keep writing about something before you really start writing about things you know nothing about. Just write about something because it's not even like writing. It's just like telling a story, of different areas of real estate that I know. So I do have a book out. These books are free. I'm not charging anything for the books. These are on me. This book will not be sold. It's going to be given away. In fact, we've already given away probably about 30 of them. I want to get about 1,000 of these and give them away. So you can please, and then not counting the digital copies. You can go and get a copy of it today just by going to the digital link. And something's going on. It ain't really working right. I'm supposed to be able to, hang on, I don't know, order books, edit the book. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm in the editor right now because I've been editing the book. This book changes all the time because every time I read it, then I have to go back and change some things. So this is like the version number 3, if you want to know the truth. Some people got the version with my pictures cut off on the sides. That's version number 2. Version number 2, the picture was not a full picture. But anyway, that's my book. You can get it right there on my Facebook page, whether my business page, Session Real Estate on Facebook page, or Kenny Session at Kenny's foreclosure. What is it? You can get it at my website too, or you can just go and go to Kenny Foreclosure Sessions Facebook page. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. I'd be forgetting things now. Sometimes I'll be in the middle of saying something. I have to stop and give myself a minute just to remember what I was trying to convey. Man, time when you start getting older, you guys, but I ain't got nothing wrong with my mind. I just got to slow down and wait for it to catch up with me because I'm still moving like 100 miles an hour. My mind ain't moving like I used to, like I like to move. So guess what? I don't blame myself. I just wait. Okay, I'm gonna wait for my mind to catch up. And if I got to sit here and trip with y'all for a few minutes while my mind catch up, then that's what it is. But ain't nothing wrong with me. It's just that my mind's a little slower. I think I'm getting slower and older, but hey, I had a 3-hour mental exam the other day, which is because many guys know I suffered with migraine headaches for years and years and years. I still do, and we're finally getting to a point where they're trying to find out why I have these headaches and put it in. So I'm going through all these treatments at the Veterans Administration about my migraines. So the other day I had a test for 3 hours. And man, they put my whole memory on display. I had to tell them on the spot what they wanted me to know. And they read a paragraph and told me to read back the paragraph. And I couldn't remember, but I could remember the synopsis of the paragraph, but I couldn't read it word for word. And so I'm working on it, man. You got to work on yourself first, okay? This world is changing. The only thing that can change is God, having a relationship with God and working on yourself to be better than you was yesterday. And I must tell you, I am so much better today. And actually, when I think about it, I thank God for getting me through the pandemic, because right before that, I was when I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression. And remember, in 19 is when I went to Jamaica for a week, 10 days, and just hung out to get myself together, and came back, and the medicine wasn't working, and then it did. So I'm just sharing that with you because there's some of you guys out there that have anxiety and depression, and that y'all just won't admit it, or you don't recognize what it is. You feel sad on the inside. You don't feel like doing nothing. Don't feel like getting up. Don't feel like moving. You know, when I know that I'm a very active person, I look forward to doing things. But when my anxiety and depression was there, I was looking forward to do absolutely nothing. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I just wanted to come and share with you guys my terrible Tuesday, whatever y'all want to call it. I haven't been on in months, and I just wanted to come on. I got some new equipment. Scan my book right here. You can get my website by scanning the code right here, and I'll be back. I'm gonna be coming back. I got my mental back together right now, and I appreciate all you guys coming through. Holla at your boy. Peace and blessings.